Good, MP.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight.
Beset by injuries, almost a sense of disbelief with their bad luck, but also determination to carry on and fight.
Now Golden State's starting five. Cobb is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Coulibaly. Then there's Davis. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. And for Memphis, they've got MP. Cunningham is out there with Lou George. Then it's Kobe White as you look at Memphis. What a show they're putting on so far. Undefeated in NBA Cup play at 3-0. And these fans are loving the play from their team.
Well, watching the film of their previous Cup games, this team is playing with serious confidence. Executing, they might be the best team in this competition so far.
And then looking at where the Warriors stand, thus far 1-2 in the NBA Cup. And tonight is the last group stage game.
Time probably is run out on their cup run. You normally have to win 3 games to advance, and obviously that ship has sailed for this group.
And tonight's game gives MP a chance to continue one of his goals he set for himself, being a thorn in the side of the best teams in the NBA.
And no doubt anymore that MP wasn't making a false claim, right? They've been handling the best competition in the league with ease. They're a team that looks built for the pressure of the postseason. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Cunningham. MP, that's for 2. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. MP's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, MP knows his angles, and he can tell when his shot is there.
Davis sets a screen. Over to the wing. Pass to Jackson Davis. Coulibaly with it. Lock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here's Kuminga. The Grizzlies pull it in. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
MP, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. MP's got 6 points.
How about the handles for MP, showing he's not afraid to get creative with the ball.
Here's Davis. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
MP inside. It's rebounded by Cobb. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. MP, that's for 2. The step back jumper is good. He's got 8.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
White against Davis. Pass to Coulibaly. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Davis, the pass to Cobb. The shot's good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Davis, the pass to Kuminga. Back to Davis. Now Cobb. Pass to Kuminga, and they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue. That pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Smith is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Augustine's checked in. The Warriors trailing. Here's Kuminga. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
He's checked in for Memphis. And the Warriors also making a change. Wiggins is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Barnes finds Augustine. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
We've got Lou Dort. He's out there with Smith. Bradley Beal is out there with MP. And it's Hood Schifino in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one, good. MP's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
How about MP using the mid-range, taking what the defense gives him?
Pass to Wiggins. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And here's MP for 3. And Barnes has got the ball here for Golden State. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And here is Barnes, following the three-pointer by MP, takes the 3. Dort grabs the miss. Memphis leading by 4. MP looking around. Outside for Beal. Up top, Dort. MP against Wiggins. MP, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He had 56 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
The 3. Bring it up for MP. A 3.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And as the group stage starts to wind down, here's what the standings look like so far.
And I'll tell you what, how about the level of excitement this tournament has brought to the NBA regular season? Can't wait to see how it finishes up.
Back to Kuminga. Lobbed up there for Kyle. Pass to MP. Cunningham kicks to MP. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Jackson Davis. To the inside. Can they get it? Davis. It's rebounded by Memphis. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
There's Kuminga, and that one goes long.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Right back after this break.
Welcome back. Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spots for the next few years.
That's a big leap.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Memphis Grizzlies. Thank you for being with us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
So it's the Warriors now. It's a 13-point game. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Kuminga out there with Cobb. And there's Davis. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 spot. Davis has the open look, and he's good on the 3 ball. Davis has got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. Memphis has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Step back shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. MP's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Outside, Kuminga. And the 3 off target.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Here's MP. Pass to Cunningham. Back to MP. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors trail by 10. Now Cobb. 10 points for him. Koulibaly finds Jackson Davis. 6 to shoot. Here's Koulibaly. Connects from 3-point range. Koulibaly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. MP with it. He's got 29 points. And a little luck that time, but it drops. MP's got 31 points.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Pass to Cobb. Outside, Kuminga. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
And so, MV will bring it up for Memphis. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Moody is out there with Smith. Then it's MP. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Hood-Schifino in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Hood-Schifino. Back to MP. Memphis moving it around. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 34.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
DiVincenzo passes to Augustine. Over MP. And it comes off the front of the rim. Memphis leading. This one for 3. No good that time. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Grizzlies?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Moody. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Augustine. Over Smith. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Augustine.
He was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. MP outside. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Grizzlies. Davis, the pass to Kuminga. Cobb with it. misses. He has made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. MP, no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Koulibaly, defended by Dort. And here's Davis for 3. The shot misses. Memphis leading by 4. They swipe it. And Davis throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive, so there's a balance.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Kuminga down low. Cunningham's there. Memphis has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. One shot on the way. Bank shot, no good.
Well, I can guarantee his coach isn't happy with his production this quarter. He's hurting their offense right now with all the shots he's missing.
Kuminga. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on MP. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
And here's MP for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 40 points.
Wow. MP was fully prepared to shoulder the load in this clutch situation.
Pass to Kuminga. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. And he begged them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so they choose to intentionally foul. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's good.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. "27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Cobb. Throws it up high. Yes!
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
And here's Davis for 3. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Fires away from way outside. Kuminga, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those.
So a close game sees Memphis take.
Thanks, Donna. So you guys have been at your best against the top teams in the league. What do you think about that?
Michelle, this team is full of dogs. You know what I mean? And when the light...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business. Fans we've seen yet. Make sure you discipline. Hottest team in the land coming through.
Coming right up, the Timberwolves. Thanks for joining us. Taking a look at some numbers here for him.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. They've got MP, and it's Jenkins in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, Dillingham out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Smith. And it's Whitehead in at the 3.
On the attack, MP. Man, he makes things happen.
Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
Now here's Morant. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, attacking on the interior, MP can be relentless.
Here's Dillingham. 4-point game. Towns finds Edwards. Here's Whitehead. High quality look as he sinks it.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Memphis. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratching your head because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not going away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Now here's Edwards. Impressive numbers he's putting up, averaging just over 28 points a game. Pass to Towns. This one for 3. The shot that time not on target. Memphis has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Jenkins, covered by Smith. Moody's checked in for Minnesota. On defense, the Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. From deep, MP. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Smith outside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by MP. And now the Grizzlies on the run. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors was tremendous. He had 46 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was carrying this team, taking over offensively. Can he do it again? We'll see.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Here's Morant, following the score by Minnesota. The offensive rebound. Tries again. That's good on the jumper. MP's got 15.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Smith with a screen on Morant. To the middle. Here's Moody. Pass to Smith. Back to Moody. Just 5 on the clock. That three's off the mark. And here's Memphis. They're on a 17-7 run. And here's MP from outside. Again, MP missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Towns taking his time here. Picked by Smith. Fires the 3. The rebound by MP.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
24 seconds left to play in the first. House tips it back in.
Yeah, they're getting pummeled on the offensive board so far.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Moody. The 3. Hits the three-pointer.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's MP making things happen. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Whitehead, he's checked in for Moody. Anthony Edwards comes in for Spencer. And Dillingham subbed in for Maledon. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Dillingham out there with Edwards. Then there's Walker, and it's Whitehead in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Following the score by Minnesota. And that one's good. House. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Pass to Whitehead. Back to Edwards. There's the 3. And it's House with the rebound. House has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's MP. Outside Morant. MP against Edwards. It's scooped up. House. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then a second shot is the next best thing.
Towns gets the bucket.
He's turned it on here in the second quarter, getting his offensive game on track.
Here's MP. Oh, another miss by MP.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has welcomed Anthony Edwards to a co-starring role on the Wolves. Towns said, quote, "I never wanted to be a bad vet. I wanted to be one of the successful stories that brought the best out of the young guy, and I think I've done a great job of supporting Ant." Brian, reminiscent of how KG helped him years back, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Here's Walker after the basket by Memphis. Towns can't get that one to fall. Here's MP. Again, MP missing.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Towns outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
Smith, he's checked in for Minnesota. White, he's checked in for Memphis.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
Here's Dillingham. No points yet. Down low. Smith no good.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Memphis ahead, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
You know, right now for Minnesota, they knew it was going to be a tough year. And I got to say, it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they're learning.
Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
They better be grateful for their bench. The reserves are.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
On the court for the Grizzlies, they've got Ja Morant, and it's Jenkins in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Dortch checked in. Pass to Towns. Here's Dillingham. Here's Whitehead, covered by MP. Towns passes to Smith. 4 on the clock. Here's Whitehead. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
MP outside. 4-3. Good, and the setup by Morant. And it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Pass to Dillingham. They need this. Drills it from deep. Dillingham's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
From deep, MP. And another 3 for Memphis.
How about the ferocity from him right there? This guy is relentless.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Smith passes to Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis leading by 11. MP scanning the floor. There's the triple. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Now here's MP. He's got 31. That one goes. Count it.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Moody's checked in for Whitehead. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Cunningham's checked in for House. Here's Towns. 15 points in the game. Here's Edwards. The rebound by MP. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
It's good.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Towns a screen on Morant. Pass to Smith. Can they get it? Minnesota again missing. Memphis leading by 15. Morant, the pass to MP. Fires the 3. He buries it from 3. MP's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
He remains scoreless on the quarter, unable to help them narrow the gap.
They grab their own miss. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
But Schifino's checked in for Memphis. White comes in for Morant. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Pass to Walker. Out to the right wing. Towns for 3. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
Right now, Towns is putting on a show. It's up to the defense to try to figure out how to slow him down.
Now here's MP. He's got 38.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. That'll count. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Memphis ahead, up 19. And 4th quarter basketball. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Smith, he's checked in for Queta. Towns comes in for Walker. And it's Edwards in for Moody. Timberwolves trail by 21. Edwards out there with Dillingham. Then it's Smith. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Here's MP. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Dillingham, pounded by Morant. Dillingham, no good. Grizzlies lead by 19. On the wing, MP takes the 3. And again, Memphis no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Dort.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
MP shot is off.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Towns outside. Throws it up high. The ball's knocked loose. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Whitehead. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Good gamble that time by Edwards. He, as much as anybody, wants this team to be out in the open floor.
MP shot is good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Edwards can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
MP shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 20. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Pass to Dillingham. Let's go with a 3. And it's House with the rebound. Memphis has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And with just 1 game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch. And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Whitehead shot is good.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
MP outside. Unloads. Missed it. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was an